Welcome to this week's edition of Mountain Outhouse. I'm your host, Jam Jam. This is the craziest shit to happen in running this week. This week's stories include the FKT of the Year nominees, Gordy Claus, and which two ultra runners are tying the knot. The annual FKT of the Year nominees were just published from Peter Backwin and Buzz Burrell, the two godfathers of the FKT movement, over on the Ultimate Direction blog. The list is quite exhaustive and impressive, as athletes from all over tackled routes from as short as the Grand Canyon rim to rim, which took Tim Frericks all of 2 hours 39 minutes, and Alicia Vargo 3 hours 19 minutes, to the 60-day self-supported and self-powered conquering of Colorado's highest 100 peaks by Justin Simoni. Let's run down some of the top ladies. Darcy Peek smashed the ladies' supported time on the John Muir Trail by completing the 200-plus mile route in 3 days, 7 hours, 57 minutes, taking 12 hours off Sue Johnston's time. We do have to put a small asterisk on this one. She possibly took an incorrect route in the final few miles of the route. Kat Bradley lowered the rim-to-rim-to-rim time to 7 hours, 52 minutes, becoming the first woman to break the 8-hour barrier. UOD nominees Mallory Brooks and Allison Maxis both set a new unsupported Wonderland Trail record of 29 hours, 12 minutes. Anna Mae Flynn took on the infamous 4 passes loop in Colorado, lowering the time to 5 hours, 38 minutes. Now, on to the gentlemen. Hayden Hawks took on the point-to-point Zion Traverse, lowering the time on the 48-mile route to 6 hours, 50 minutes. The Nolan's 14 route was the setting for a couple new FKTs this year, including Iker Carrera's dismantling of Andrew Hamilton's best time by crushing it in 47 hours, 40 minutes. The former record holder Hamilton reached for a new route this year by tacking on a 15th 14er and establishing a new only known time of 71 hours, 32 minutes for what is now dubbed the Holy Nolans, with the addition of the Mount of the Holy Cross 14er and approximately 25 additional cross-country miles. The competitive FKT along New Hampshire's Presidential Traverse in the White Mountains is hotly contested, with several of the record holders going back and forth to claim the fastest time. Ben Thompson lowered Ben Nephew's record to 4 hours, 29 minutes. The JMT saw a new men's record from UTMB champ Francois Dehaene this fall in 2 days, 19 hours, beating the former time by 12 hours. This record may stand for some time. We also have to make mention of Joe McCaughey's takedown of Carl Meltzer's FKT on the Appalachian Trail. Joe, who goes by the trail moniker Stringbean, completed the entire trail self-supported in 45 days, 12 hours, taking 10 hours off the previous best time. In other news, Chris Mocko is hinting at the return to the YouTubes with his The Mocko Show as he attempts to earn his way back into Western states at the upcoming Bandera 100K. Stay tuned for that. Still waiting to see if Jam Jam will return to YouTube as well. The duo of Magda and Roxanne tackled Ojos de Salado's 22,615-foot summit in Chile in just 5 days, slashing about half the amount of time it takes normal people to conquer the world's highest volcano. They cite hypoxico altitude tents for part of their success. Congrats, ladies. We hear a lot about athletes getting drug tested for world records, but what happens with those results? Well, we have 2 to report on this week. Camille Herron, of course, as you may know, set a new 100-mile outright world record at the Tunnel Hill Race in Illinois this November. She posted to her Facebook page the letter from the CEO of the United States Anti-Doping Agency, or USADA, that she did not show any positive tests for banned substances. Camille was, of course, tested again after her 12-hour world record at Desert Solstice, results pending. Olivier Leblanc's test came after his 48-hour American record, which we don't believe actually needed to happen for verification, but he posted his results regardless that he also did not test positive for any banned substances. This next story comes to us from a Lord Balls tweet, aka Craig Thornley, about Gordy Ainsley's Cool Yule Jingle Jog 5K, which looked like an absolute riot. Check out all those wine bottles. Gordy Claus, we want an invite next year. This is the time of year when we start to see 2018 race schedules revealed on social media. In an Instagram post, the North Face athlete Clare Gallagher listed her current 2018 races as IAU Worlds, Lavaredo, Trans Rockies, and then we come to UTMB. This year's CCC winner would love to toe the line at UTMB, but is in a points conundrum. Apparently her win and finish at the Leadville 100 mile last year garnered her no points, and she's fallen short after her Western States DNF. Will she be able to finagle her way in? For UTMB's sake, let's hope so. Speaking of UTMB, Hayden Hawks
Hayden Hawks, number one,
has just announced he's heading to Chamonix and will be stepping up to race the 100-mile distance. This should get the UTMB hype train rolling early. If you're looking to apply, be sure to do so before December 3rd. Shout out to ultra runners Zach Bitter and Nicole Kalogeropoulous, who just got engaged. Stoked for you two, and for my pronunciation of Nicole's last name. Rumors are swirling that the happy couple will be landing in Phoenix, Arizona as their new residence in early 2018. And the Maricopa Marauder tribe grows. A Spanish article announced this week that Kilian Jornet will be targeting his first road marathon in 2018 in London, where he will shoot for a sub 2 hour, 10-minute time goal. Actually, I'm being told December 28th, the day the article was published, is Day of the Holy Innocents. Basically, April Fool's Day. So consider yourself punked if you shared this story. iRunFar.com just announced the launch of their Patreon page, the go-to news source for coverage of ultra and trail running based here in the US, but covering events around the globe, is headed up by Brian Powell of iRunFar.com and Megan Hicks. Consider supporting them, as we will be doing so as well. And that brings us to the close of our 73rd episode of Mountain Outhouse News. We've come a long way here in 2017 and want to thank you all for lending us your ear and your eyeballs each and every week. Special huge thanks to a few new Patreon supporters on Christmas Day, including Cameron Martin, Pamela Bray, Jim Walmsley, and a massive shout out to Brian Sands, who became our second $50 level supporter alongside Park City Running Company. If you want to join the Patreon crew, head over to the link below this video and see the different levels of support available. The Patreon crew just got a special behind the scenes look at our recent holiday mile. Be sure to join the tribe to get access. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. If you have crazy stories to share or thoughts on the FKT of the year, leave a comment below. Have a shitty week.